me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Can you see me?
Hold on.
Oh my God! Stop! You look so pretty.
Oh, thanks.
Lizette. Okay, let me make sure.
I didn't realize what time it was. I had to I got home and then I had to get my son situated and kick him out of the living room. I was like, go out.
Girl, same. Well, here's the thing. I had to run to the station and the Wi-Fi was down there. So I was like, let's just take it back home. So I feel you. It's all good. What are you drinking?
So we have these San Juan seltzers here.
Oh, I never seen those.
They're local. So they're only here in Washington in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh my God, even fancier. Okay, so I want to start this properly, okay? Give you a proper introduction because I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Hold on, wait, let's start it. Wait.
Oh, okay. Okay. I need to fill up my drink anyway.
Okay.
My drink is getting hot. I'm tripping.
Had to warm up my proper snack.
Let me warm up my snack too. You are not having a tortilla right now. I'm so jealous. Is that homemade?
I made them yesterday. So my mom, when she comes to visit, can you see me better? It's super dark in here.
Yeah, it looks good. No, yeah, it's lighter now too.
So my mom, when she comes to visit, my son loves her tortillas. So last time she was here, she made some and she used all of our baking powder, the rest of it. So a week ago, Jelani was like, I really want some tortillas. Can you make some? And I was like, yeah, we don't have any baking powder. I have to go to the store and get some. But every day I got home from work, it's later and later. So I was so tired. I'm like, I'll go tomorrow. And I finally went yesterday on my way home from work. I felt so bad. He was asking all week. And I was like, yeah, tomorrow.
Still, within a week's time, I feel like that's still a good, it wasn't too long. Because so I don't know how to make tortillas. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen the process. I've tried it once. It's definitely takes some practice. It's not like you get the recipe and then you can just make tortillas.
There's a way that you have to mix things. You can't just throw everything together. You have to do it in a certain order. I actually just found a recipe online that was similar. It was exactly the same as how I know my mom makes it, except it didn't have manteca, so I just added it myself.
I love that. I know, because that's what I grew up with too, manteca. It was even for breakfast, you just tortilla, put some manteca on it, and that was your breakfast for school, your snacks. So
butter on ours.
Because you're Mexican too, right? Yeah. So I always see a lot of similarities with your social media. I'm like, oh my God, I grew up with that too. Or it's
yeah.
So
where is your family from?
So we're all from, well, actually I shouldn't say all from Florida. So my parents born in Florida, my grandparents in Texas. I don't know what part, but it was Texas. And then on my dad's side, it was Mexico. And I don't know what part of Mexico either they grew up in. But yeah, so I have a little bit of all. Texas, Mexico, and then here in America. So it's just
you want to say hi? You want to be on the podcast? He came to bring me my phone. I was looking for it. Say hi.
Hi. Hi. Oh my goodness. You are so big. Are you working out? Are you lifting weights or something?
No.
He looks like it. Very strong.
He's ready to beat up all these boys that want to date his mom.
Wait, what?
Papi.
Oh no.
Get a towel. Hurry.
Here, let me grab a chair.
You've had a party foul.
That's literally me. If someone puts a drink on the floor, I am knocking it over every time. And I could be across from the room and I will find it. I did that. No lie. When I was doing this gig at this the selfie museum, girl, within 15 minutes of
I said that sounds fun.
Yeah, have you been? Do they have those over there? Like where it's a
they had one that opened like right before COVID. So I never got to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But whatever. I am my selfie museum.
For real. So like, because over here everything, you know, everything's open. What's open there for y'all? Is it back to a little bit normal or?
I think everything's open pretty much except for like all the nightclubs. But a lot of things are open just to a certain capacity. Like we're still in phase 3. We might roll back to phase 2. They just like haven't made a decision yet. But we've been pretty much back and forth between phase 2 and 3. Like we have not been fully open at all.
Oh my God, that is so crazy to me because we're just like over here chilling, like wherever you want to go. You want to go to Disney? You want to go to Universal? Let's go.
You know, I see you like hosting clubs and stuff, and it's so crazy to look in other places and people are just out like shoulder to shoulder with like no mask on, because it is not, you will not see that here. So it's like,
and it's so weird if you do put on a mask over here, like in those settings, people look at you crazy. But I mean, we're in Florida. Are you ready, Lizette?
Oh my God.
This isn't even a real microphone. It's just,
I know, I can tell.
I always act like no one can tell. I'm like, how can y'all tell? I would just be like, it's obviously a microphone, whatever.
I think because we know what real microphones look like, so.
This was from when I played a spice. I did a ginger spice, so we all had to like have something, and I was like, I'm doing the mic thing. So, are we ready or?
Yes.
All right.
I got all my snacks.
All filled up. Okay, I'm so excited. We are brunching today, doing my Brunch with Brittany podcast. Welcome everybody. We're back. And we're back with someone I've been wanting to brunch with for the longest time. And I just never reached out to her, even though it was in the back of my head. And she's so amazing. You're going to love her. She's all the way in Seattle. She does mornings. And she does the morning with the wake up show with Strawberry. And I want to introduce you one of my favorite people, Lizette Love.
Hi. I'm so excited.
Oh my God. So, okay, Lizette, you actually just went blonde and I'm loving it.
Yes, thank you. I was blonde a few years ago, and then I went through this phase of, because I would see like Kim Kardashian with like her long dark hair. Yes. And I'm like, oh, I want to go like all natural again. So I went through this phase of wanting to be all natural. I grew my hair out for like years and years ago, like grow it and cut it and grow it and cut it. So I cut all the blonde off. Recently, like maybe about a year ago, I finally cut all the blonde off. And then now I'm going through this other phase of like, shit, this is taking too long. I want to like blonde again and change it up. So that's what I'm doing. So we did our first like session, maybe I think like a week ago actually. But I want to go back.
It looks really good. I was gonna tell you. So like, cause for me, when I went blonde, I was like that. I felt like a completely different woman. I was like, I don't know. I was just naming myself different things and like feeling more like J-Lo, like so some inner J-Lo came out of me. I mean, does that happen to you?
Oh yeah. I'm like, whenever I do something right or when something like pops off, I'm like, oh my God, this blonde Lizette. Like, I don't even know. She has the best ideas. I don't even know where it's happening right now. So it's like anytime something happens, I blame it on blonde Lizette. If it's good, it's blonde Lizette. If it's bad, it's like, oh shit, I don't know whose fault that is.
I don't know, right? I mean, I don't know her. I hate when people try to tell me about the old me, even if it was from the night before. I'm like, I don't know her.
I don't know her. You gotta take it up with drunk Liz because I wasn't there.
For real, I hate that crap. Though when people like want to bring it up, it's like I'm not ready to relive that. Probably never. So leave it alone. Cheers, by the way. We haven't even cheers. We're brunching. Oh, okay. Hello. Cheers. Okay. So Lizette Love. Love is in your name. You're a radio personality. So like, where did love come from? Why love?
Honestly, I'm going to tell you a story. So, you know, my sister also in radio, we started together.
Selena, I love her.
So her first radio name was actually Carolyn Monroe because she had the Monroe piercing.
No way.
And yeah, so that's like way back in the day. So around that time, like I was just an intern. So I really didn't have like a name, but people started calling me Baby C for like baby Carolyn. So I was like her little mini shadow that would follow her everywhere. They're like, oh, look, there's baby Carolyn, there's baby Carolyn.
Aww.
So Baby C became like my little name when I was like a street teamer. And then when I started to be on air, my PD was like, so we're not going to roll with Baby C on air. Like nobody, it was a midday slot. So they were like, nobody wants to listen to Baby C. Like you sound like a 12-year-old rapper. Like we're not going to do that. You need to come up with a name that's like a little more mature. So I was like, okay. So I took Liz. I was like, I'll do something with Liz. Lizette is cute. I was trying to come up with the last name. Like I thought of like Luscious Liz, but she already existed, so I couldn't do that. So I was like, I wanted it to be something with an L. So I literally just like Lizette Love is literally the only thing I can think of. I cannot think of any other name that like sounds cute.
Wow, it works like perfect. Lizette Love. It's like the perfect. What is that? The alliteration. It's perfect.
Yeah, like it flows, it sounded cute, and I also literally had no other options. I was like, Lizette Love, it is.
And speaking of love, how is that love life going? Because I can tell you for me,
it's all over the place. It's harder for me because I have a kid. So
you're saying that like right now, like especially right now with this, the pandemic.
It's always been really hard for me because I have a kid. I like don't have patience or time like for the bullshit, Mm-hmm. I'm just like, if you're not going to like be up to my expectations and my standards of being someone with me and being someone in my son's life, like then what are we doing?
Right. You're not going to waste your time.
I'm not going to waste my time. So for a really long time, I kind of was just like, I was out in these streets, I was doing my thing, I was having fun. And I actually am kind of like, I don't know, doing a long distance thing right now.
Ooh!
Kind of sucks.
It does suck, but it also, I feel like, keeps it very passionate, very, there's a lot of.
Yes. So this is what I like. It sucks, but also when we see each other, it makes me miss them. And that's what I've learned that I needed. Like, I can't be too smothered by you. I can't like be around you all the time right now. I need to be able to miss you, and I need that space.
Yes. Completely, girl, completely. I don't know how people live with each other, even when they get married. I'm totally cool with different houses, like right next door even. I'm okay with that. But I agree. You gotta miss that person. So like, okay, and I don't want you to say anything you don't feel like saying or whatever. But my thing is like, when you're starting to get to know someone, you definitely do a little bit of research, like to a certain extent, you look up their social medias, maybe their Facebook, maybe, even just Google their name and see what pops up. And I never do the Google search, which I should, because I hear like some people come up with like warrants and stuff like that will pop up. So, you have
to pay for it though. And I've never been that crazy. I'll get you pre-5 addresses, but I'm not about to pay money to see what the fuck you've been doing.
Okay, so then how did you two kind of find each other? Because it sounds like it was through social media.
Actually, we met at a club.
Oh,
okay. So it wasn't always long distance. He used to live here, which I think is like, I don't know. It's just, it's weird that this is different because that used to be the normal. Like you meet someone when you're out. And then it became like you meet people on social media now. Now meeting on social media, meeting online is the normal.
Mm-hmm.
And so to tell people like, oh no, because even my son's dad, like he's a Twitter baby.
What does that mean?
He's a Twitter baby. We met on Twitter.
Okay, Twitter baby. All right, I'm back. Okay, I'm back in.
So me. So we actually met at a club, which is different, but it's also kind of cute. You know what I mean? Like we met each other in person.
And you're both dressed nice, dressed up, smelling good. And like that, to me, that eye contact. Oh yes, that makes it so much easier too. Was it an eye contact thing? Like how did that?
Oh, we actually have different stories, which is funny.
It's better.
So I feel like we met after the club but outside of the club. Like we were all standing. So the club that we go to is like it sounds really weird. It was at Lucky Strike. So it was in a mall. Okay. But at nighttime, it turns into a nightclub.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So after the club was over, we were all standing outside of the club, like kind of just like in the mall area. We were all trying to figure out like what's open, where are we gonna go eat? Like me and my group were trying to figure that out. One of his friends actually came up and started talking to me. So I gave his friend my number.
Were you interested in that friend, or was it kind of like, did you think that friend was trying to holler at you, or how did that work?
Yeah, so he was trying to get at me, and I wasn't necessarily interested in him, but I was just like, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah.
So he asked for my number, and then I did the classic, like, well, I'll take your number, because obviously I knew I was never going to hit him up, and I didn't want him to have my number. Right. So I did the classic, like, well, here, I'll take your number. So he put his number in my phone and then fucking texted his phone from my phone. So that defeated the purpose, because then he had my number. But while all that was happening, while I was talking to his friend, he was standing next to him, right? So I kind of was talking to him too while we were all just out there. That's how I feel like we met. Right. That was the point where we met. He'll tell you that while we were inside the club, I like bumped into him and spilt my drink on him, or his drink on him or something. And I was just like, oh shit, my bad. And then I like walked away. I'm like, that was like me, but I just don't remember. So
yeah, I picture it, Lizette. I totally can see that, but go on.
But yeah, so
well,
that's how we met. We ended up at the same little restaurant. There's like this one restaurant that's open until like all fucking night. So that's where everybody goes. So they were there. We walked in and they were sitting there. We ended up sitting at like 2 tables across from each other. So I told him to come sit at our table because his friend was like really annoying. So I told him to
hate that. Oh,
like he sat next to me at our table, and he was trying to talk to me, but he was like, I don't know how old he is, but I felt like he was really young. So he was just being like really obnoxious and loud. And I'm just like, oh, this is so ugly.
Yeah, you're not for me.
So yeah, so I was like, I want you to leave. And then I grabbed him. He was sitting at the table by himself because he was the DD. And all his friends were drunk. So he was sitting at the table by himself. I was like, you come here, come sit next to me. So he came over and sat next to me. And then I was like, just stay here. I don't want your weird friend coming back. So he like stayed at the table and we were talking, and then we exchanged numbers, and then like, we just never, like, that was it.
Yeah. And then ever since, I've just been like, y'all were like, oh shit, we kind of like each other. We do.
Yeah.
See, because it's not like over here in the streets over here is so, I'd rather be out in the streets, honestly. It's like, so I'm happy for you, Lizette, because it's not the same over here. It is like, again, you just see a lot of like red flags at the beginning where it's like, this is not gonna work. And I'm so quick to catch it too, where I'm just like, I don't even want to deal with it, and then try to work through some things and figure that part out. It's like, no, I want it easy. Like, work already is a lot, so I need my partner to just give me like feet massages and go away. You know?
Yes. And it works out because he's very he's like very laid back and chill, and it's kind of like go with the flow, and it's kind of like me. And it was different this time because normally when you meet somebody on social media and when y'all link up, it's automatic. Like obviously y'all are attracted to each other, so you go right into that.
Yeah.
Whereas me and him kind of were just like, we were so go with the flow that we had like that slate and that chance to like actually build a friendship. Yeah. And like, you know what I mean? It wasn't right into like, oh, we've been talking on social media for like 6 months. So it wasn't that, you know?
Yeah.
So we had that opportunity to like become friends. And I don't know, this is my first time. This is my first time being friends with someone.
Oh, before dating them?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I've never like been friends with any of my exes.
See, yeah, it makes a huge difference. I think that I've had a little bit of both, but typically when you start out friends, you last longer because you actually know each other, you're more comfortable around each other. Like, to me, I used to do this thing where I would like hold in, you know, if I had to go into the bathroom, I would like hold it. And like that to me now, I'm like, hell no. And I'm not saying I did this in the first week or whatever. Like, you know, like give me like 2 or 3 months. 2 to 3 months. I'm going to the bathroom with the door open. I don't care. It is what it is. No, I'll close the door. But I'm just like, I like to be comfortable. And that's why it's so much nicer when you're friends first. You can get to that stage sooner, because I can't anymore. It's like, come on, like we're growing up. It's fine. It's all good. So now
and I think like,
oh, what?
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say like, and I think like when we first were hanging out, I think neither of us were really taking it like that serious. Maybe I think he was taking it a little more serious than me, but it's because I knew he was leaving. So
yes, that's hard.
To me, I was like, well, he's leaving, so this probably isn't going to go anywhere. So it was, the whole thing was like very, obviously it eventually turned into something serious, but like in the beginning, it was very just like, hey, you want to hang out? You want to go eat? You want to do this? And it's like, yeah, okay. Like, it was just very chill.
And I feel like it's so much like, it's a difference if the guy, like you said, you know, he's leaving. It's probably not, you're thinking it's probably not going to be anything serious. He's going to want to go back to his city and like, you know, be with someone near him and, you know, all of that stuff. But if he's kind of telling you otherwise or chasing you, then that's nice. That's more comforting in like accepting it. Like, oh no, this could be something. This could actually go somewhere.
Yeah.
So with social media, like, does he like all your pics and you like all his posts type of thing?
Well, he doesn't post a lot. Oh, so no.
He's one of those. That's good.
I mean, he doesn't post a lot. Yeah. But he definitely does like all my pictures. And I don't think I make it a big deal if he does or if he doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I will hold that over his head if he posts something and he's like, why don't you like it? Be like, you don't like all my pictures. You don't comment. But he does anyways, you know. Yeah. I think in all the comments of thirst, he likes to stand out and be like the only one that I'll respond to. Like, leave a thirsty comment. Like all the other ones, obviously ew, gross. I don't even respond to them.
Right.
But I think he likes to be the one to stand out when he leaves a thirsty comment and like, I'm back.
You know, seeing all these men want you and then to be like, well, look, she's not paying attention to, right? None of you. So even before, okay, let's say I wanted to ask you, because before you got into like this relationship or, you know, this newly dating thing, like what would it take for you? How did you like for someone to shoot their shot at you that would even get you like, for you to message back versus like a no thank you or just like leaving them on red?
I don't know, because honestly, even when I was like in the streets and I still ignored everyone just because it was like if you like slid in my DM and you like being thirsty, it's like, I don't know, it almost comes off as like, oh, like you're creepy, like you don't even know me, why would you say that? It comes like when they hit on me and I don't know them, it comes off more as creepy to me than as like flattering.
Yes. See, I take it more as they just are messaging everybody this, and then just, you know, eventually someone's gonna respond back to it. And I hate that. Like, I just like a little bit of different, like either make me laugh in your first line or, you know, invite me somewhere, like say a nice place, a nice type of restaurant that's unique, and not even that has to be expensive, but just try something. Don't just hit me with a hey beautiful. That right there that's a big red flag. Like, you're toxic if you send the hey beautiful message, like, get out of here, you know?
I think I'm more likely to respond to messages that are responding to, like, I don't know, if I post like a song that I'm listening to or a movie that I'm watching or like food or something, and they respond to that and they're like, oh, I love that shit, or like, oh my God, I love that movie, you should watch this, or like, do you listen to this?
Add something to my life, you know?
Yes, I'm more likely to respond to that than I am to you just like hitting on me.
Yeah.
Same. You stay not only unread, but you stay in the message requests.
Blocked. You just get blocked. So it's funny because I'm asking you these questions and like now you have a man, but like again, we're gonna go before that because a lot of us out here in the streets, it's just not for us. It's right now, it's just not what it is. So like typically guys are the ones to get friend zoned. Friends zone dudes all the time. But like, have you ever been in a situation where you got friend zoned?
Not that I know of. I feel like no, because if I'm trying to pursue you and I can already feel the vibe that you're not with it, like I'm not about to keep chasing you.
Yeah.
And I'm most likely not about to like sit here and be your friend either. Like we can just stop talking. Unless we were already friends.
Yeah, no, like
and you're someone that I know and that I see all the time, then like, okay, cool, it is what it is. You're not interested. But if I don't know you like that and you friend zone me, then it's like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not about to chase you. I'm not going to keep pursuing you. No, I don't want to hang out. Like, you can delete my number.
Goodbye. Okay, so I recently experienced this in a way that was like, I didn't take offense to it at all because I already knew that this guy would not be for me, right? But you ever like to just flirt, you know, when you're just like, oh, whatever, I'll flirt for now, I'm bored, whatever. One of those type of situations because he sought me out. So he sought me out and, you know, like would always comment on my pictures or message me. And one of the messages was like, oh, you know, you're not too far away. So if I like you, then it'd be easier to date you because he wasn't like in my town. Anyway, so
what's like, not my town?
Well, he's like 2 hours away. So it's not far, but it's not down the road, you know? So so we were following each other on Instagram or whatever. And again, I'm just thinking like he's just a cute little face. I'm not really interested. It's a little flirty here and there. And you know, I like to go out, I party, I have club gigs, like I'm out in the streets. But I think it looks worse on my social media than in my real life.
It looks like you're drinking and out all the time.
Yes, and I'm so not. A lot of the times I'm asleep and y'all just don't see that part where I'm knocked out, slob on my pillow, like just hair, no makeup, nothing, right? So like, anyway.
I don't believe it.
You know what? I want to be exaggerating, but I'm not. I'm so not. So, but then I do have my times where I like to just, I'll go and, you know, I don't stop. But well, anyway, so we're following each other on Instagram. The next thing I know, I have the green circle around his Instagram.
Ooh.
The green circle is for close friends.
Right.
Isn't that being friend zoned?
No.
No?
No.
What does that mean then?
Well, I take that as like he considers you closer than just like the people that follow him. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I take that as a compliment. Like, oh shit, like you can, like, I'm special enough to see the shit that you don't want other people to see you posting. Like, I take that as being friend zoned.
Okay, well, that's how I took it, but I laughed at it and I don't know, it was just funny. So I was like, oh, okay, but I agree. Like, we're better like this. This is more nice. This is more fun. So, okay, I want to do the segment. It's called Quickie with Brittany. And I just ask you quick questions and you just say whatever you think. There's no right, there's no wrong answer. But okay. I need to pull that up. Okay, here we go. All right, Quickie with Brittany. This edition is with Lizette Love. Okay. Simple questions, okay?
I'm scared. This gives me anxiety.
No, okay. Day or night?
Foxy.
Lizette, day or night?
Day.
Okay. Sweet or savory?
Sweet.
A michelada or a Corona?
Michelada.
Big or small?
Big?
Cochina.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
That's the whole point. You don't know. It's just whatever your mind went to. Favorite song to sing in the shower?
Anything Summer Walker, her album.
Oh, Summer Walker. You like that R&B? Okay. I'm feeling
like our playlist, honey.
You passed. That was a quickie with Brittany.
Oh, I passed with flying colors.
Those were great answers.
Yes.
You did it.
You did it.
Well, Lizette love, thank you so much for brunching with me. Let's cheers again. Oh wait, should we do a little twerking, or you want to hear something? You like Summer Walker?
I mean, I like ratchet music too. You asked me what I like to sing to in the shower.
You're right. What do you like to twerk to?
Summer Walker. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
I don't know. Cardi, Sweetie.
Oh, Cardi. Are we doing Cardi up?
I can barely hear it.
You hear it?
Once upon a time, and I heard that I was ugly. Came from a bitch who nigga wanna fuck on me. I said my face bomb ass. Back on shack, high jury on me flashlight. I've been listening since last night. Hit him with that good. Make a nigga act right. Boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Big bad pussy, not the belly band. Take a man, Balenciaga brought it back, and all these bitches fuck. It's big bags, busting out the belly band. Take a man, working back, party back, and all you bitches fuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's.
Do you know the TikTok dance?
Oh no, I don't. I know she does something like.
Yeah, that's all I know too. And then I only know this and then this.
Yes, I want to learn all those damn TikTok dances, dude, but I don't have the time or the.
I don't either.
But we need to get it together. We need to get back on TikTok. We need to just do it, okay? No more.
Yeah,
No
I
more.
know. I know. We be busy though, girl. You know, we be booked and busy. Well, you do. You do.
Yes. Lizette, I love you so much. Honestly, I'm a big fan of your work.
I'm a big fan of your work. Stop.
I really am. Your personality and everything you on social, I just love you. And I'm just like, I just love to see you do your thing because you're so good at it. So thanks for brunching with me.